Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Bullet Motorsports. Today I'm going to show you a beautiful 1990 Ford Mustang. It's been tastefully modified. Every single suspension component you could ever think of, all the right modifications under the hood, roll cage, the whole 9 yards. What I'm going to do right now is walk around it and let you decide if this is what you want to put in your driveway or in your garage. And then Emilio is going to take it out for a test drive and give you a real nice feel, because this is one of his favorite cars here in the inventory right now. We're going to start off with the front end and overall condition. I'd rate this a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. This is 100% a weekend warrior, and when we pop the hood, you're going to understand why. It has a 5-lug conversion with SN95 spindles, Cobra brakes, upgraded rotors, and you can see the Cobra R replica wheels. Front bumper is in great shape, but as you walk around it, you're going to see some small imperfections. This car was meant to be driven. So you have small paint burns right here. Front bumper is going to have little imperfections throughout, and that's why we give it that rating. When you look down the sides, it actually is extremely straight. Another imperfection right here. Roof line's very nice. Small crack in the paint right here. It's rolling on a set of Cooper RS 3S's, and the date code is old, 2015. So if you guys are going to bring this to the track or to a road course, I would recommend replacing them. When you look inside, this is where it gets really fun. You have a beautiful Momo steering wheel. You have the gauge pod that mounts to the dash. You have every single parameter you need to see, from oil pressure, the engine water temperature, so your coolant temperature. Your gauges have been upfitted with the saline gauge pod, so it goes up to 170 miles per hour. You have a shift light, you have a big tack, and then also this car is set in case you want to add a supercharger, you can do that. Let me open the hood. I also love the pedals. So you have these really nice aluminum pedals. Upgraded stereo, Hurst shifter. This is a list goes on car. Has a set of 5-point harnesses with the mounts on the actual roll bar. Come on, let me show you the good stuff. So as you know, Bullet Motorsports loves Fox bodies, Grand Nationals, all the 80s nostalgia, and this one is done exactly how I would have wanted it if I was 20 years old again. So you have the upgraded intake, BBK intake, BBK Power Plus, and it's tuned by an SCT tuner. You have a Willwood adjustable bias right there. Maximum Motorsports throughout. So when you look underneath it, I want you guys to see all the components. It's all been replaced. All the rubbers have been replaced with aluminum bushings. So this thing, you feel everything when you're taking corners. Upgraded power steering pump, BBK headers, the list goes on. You can see the oil tank right here with all these beautiful AN fittings. It's a very clean engine bay. You got your strut mount right here, so everything is super tied in. I love it. Fluidine radiator as well. And I'm sure you guys are looking up there like, hey, there's no windshield wipers. We are including a set of windshield wipers along with a host of additional parts that are going to be coming with the car. Take a look inside the passenger side while I walk around. So you can see that there's no rust throughout. All the door edges are extremely nice. Roll cage is a bolt-in roll cage, so if you do want to remove it, you can. It just has some strengthening steel underneath it, and you can unbolt it. Dash is extremely nice. The seats are in excellent condition. You have an upgraded fan system, so you can turn the fan on for the engine. There is no rear seat, so this is a rear seat delete car. As we look at the quarter here, quarter is extremely nice. Gas filler is very nice as well. GT wing. All the glass throughout is extremely clear and looks good, no scratches. You have the rear trunk delete with more suspension goodies, so this thing is super stiff. Feels really good. Coilovers up front, so take a look at that. You also have your spare tire still available, which I'm not sure if this will clear the brakes, but it might, because it looks like it is for the SN95. I love this little box they made. Let me start it up, and then we'll let Emil take it for a test drive. The steering wheel really complements the whole entire interior. The odometer is showing 20,000 miles. I believe the odometer has been replaced, so we'll have to look at the Carfax to find out what the mileage is. They upgraded the rear view mirror with a Broadway mirror, which is nice because it's super wide. Oh man, that sounds good. You can't ever beat the sound of a 5-liter. It's unreal. All right, Emil, jump in.
What's going on, everybody? Emil here. And John's been going over some things on the outside of the car with you. I'm gonna go over some of the things from this point of view, specifically the driver. Now, I'm sure he's gone over a few things with you, like with a couple of things that it has under the hood. SCT tune, Saleen SSC intake manifold, BBK headers, just some of the things. Maybe he's gone over some of the suspension components, Maximum Motorsports K-member, control arms, camber plates. It's got so many things, and to be honest with you, it just drives wonderful. I'm driving it back here where we take our cars off for a test, and I'm just gonna put it through its motions, you know, give you guys a couple accelerations, braking, just the things that people are gonna be looking for when purchasing this kind of car. But first, I do wanna go over a bit of the history of the Fox Body Mustang. Fox Body Mustang came out in 1979. It was produced through 1993. And let me tell you something, it's become really an icon in American muscle car culture. As you can see, it's got plenty of power. It's powered by a 5-liter V8 that made Ford so much money because it's so popular in the aftermarket. So with all the power it's making over factory, you have to be able to slow this thing down. So with the help of Cobra style calipers, Hawk brake pads, and bare rotors, the thing will come to a complete stop. Now, driving it around on some of the back roads we have back here, you know, it's an industrial complex, so there's lots of dinks and dunks and bumps in the road, and you can really feel what's going on. And the combination of Maximum Motorsport suspension components that the car has makes it a real good ride, to be honest with you. Dailyable, it's not too stiff, not too soft where you're gonna get that Cadillac boat feel, but it does, you know, it does the job. And to be honest with you, if it wasn't for these 5-point harnesses that are keeping me oh so lovely strapped into the seat, I think it'd be a great daily commuter. Now, of course, you may be asking me, Emil, how does the thing accelerate? So that's what we're about to find out right now. Overall, this is a great car. It's got the perfect combination of suspension components and power adders that really make it a great car to drive around all the time. Like I said, it goes, it stops, and it turns. And to be honest, what more can you ask for?
Your Uber has arrived. Let's go.